Great. Jeff, not a lot to say about that one. That's good.
It's a win.
It's a win. A win is a win is a win. I talked to Coach McMillan a little bit afterwards. I asked him what it means for him, for you to bring programs like yours here. What do you think it means for programs like this and then the game in general?
Well, I think it's important for BCS schools, top 15, top 20 schools to go on the road and play. Kevin does a great job down here. He's always done a really good job. And it's not an easy place to play. I told him when we shook hands at the end of the game, I didn't help you out tonight on trying to get others to come in here and play. It's a double overtime game, so I'm sure there are BCS people he's been calling that probably won't call him back now. But overall, just a great basketball game. They actually outplayed us. We were just fortunate to get a few more points.
And one thing you can say, all credit to UT-Martin, they definitely had a game plan that they executed. Maybe it didn't execute to the level they wanted it to, but they definitely stuck to it and played aggressive defense. What was that defense like for your team?
Well, we held on to the ball too long. It's one thing I've talked to our kids about. I've told them, you've got a second and a half to make a decision. They hard hedge the ball screen, and then we dribble too long, and then they can recover. And Dana missed some shots tonight that she normally makes. Her pull-up jump shots just were not going in tonight, and then we missed some around the basket. And then we're really good at fouling. That's one thing. I mean, you would think we practice that. We have given up 24 M1s on the season, which is a record. So we not only foul, we let you make it and then foul afterwards.
There was a couple of moments of frustration that I saw from across the court.
Only a couple?
Only a couple, just two, where Jazz lost position and then fouled the shooter in the back. And can you talk about maybe what you had to say about that? Well,
we just didn't work hard. We sit there. We can't get a post entry pass because people that play against us actually move, and they'll circle and try to actually make it difficult to throw it in. And we practice it. Guys, you can't just stand behind them and lay on them because they are on scholarship and they're pretty good. And that's what we continue to do. And unfortunately, that's not what we practice. But until we're willing to make some changes in our habits and go from we're going to carry over what we do in practice into a game, we're going to have struggles.
There were many moments you talked about moving. It seemed like both defensively and offensively, your players were stuck in glue and just weren't moving at all. How do you try to develop that as you go into the ACC season?
Well, there's nothing really to develop. It's a will and a want. I mean, it takes no athletic talent to move. Okay, you just simply have to move. And unfortunately for us, we do stand and we break down the film and we show them. And they'll watch it and be like, man, I'm standing. I go, okay, let's change it. And we'll get in practice. We'll work on it hard. And then even tonight, we had plenty of opportunities to get offensive rebounds. But if you don't attempt to move, you're not going to get them. And Martin did a nice job of boxing out. But when you get hit one time, you can't just quit. So they're getting a chance to go home, and I'm sure they're excited. They won't have to see me for a few days. And I'm excited too, because it gives me a chance to rejuvenate. We'll head out on the road for the next 2 days recruiting, and then get a chance to spend a little time with family before they come back on the 26th.
Just a few more quick questions. We'll let you go. Thanks for doing with us. Kylie, obviously a little bit of stank taken off it just by the nature of the game. Kylie had 6 blocks, gets the all-time record, including one crucial one there at the end of was a regulation of the first overtime.
First overtime.
Yeah. But so what does that mean for her?
Well, I think it's a tribute to what she's done in 4 years. Anytime you can pass Angel McCoughtry for a record, you've done something. So I was really proud of her. It's one thing. I know everybody wants her to be more dominant. As a high school player, it's not what she did. She blocked shots and shot threes, and we're trying to turn her into more of a low post player that can play outside also. And she's made great strides. We all just want a little bit more from her, and hopefully she'll get a chance to go home and then come back prepared to have a great ACC season.
And then Dana, despite maybe not having the best shooting night, there were moments when it seemed like she didn't want to shoot the ball, but still she played all 50 minutes. So is that just a sign of how she's developed as that point?
Well, she's our best scoring threat, and right now we without Norika here to give us a chance to open some shots and penetrate and pull up, she's just one that I got to keep on the floor. So she battled all 50 minutes. She missed some shots she normally makes, but she made a few big ones for us, that really gave us a chance to even get the game into overtime.
And is there any regret at all for letting Norika go home early?
No, that's it. It's what you do. I mean, it was the right thing to do, and she's back home. And then when she comes back, she'll be excited.
And then last question about Yassine, both in the UK game and this game. My assessment, tell me if you agree or disagree, she's not always going to be the best player on the floor, but she's going to be one of the smartest, if not the smartest.
Well, she works hard too. Yeah, she's smart and she works hard. She attacks the offensive glass. She goes to rebound. She's a pretty good defender. She gives effort trying to guard. And then she knocked down some big shots again. You know, like I said, her thing is she's got to cut her turnovers down. And if she can do that, then she's going to get more opportunities when shots aren't going in.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Wow, that was...
that was ugly, buddy.
Yeah, it was, but your team able to survive and win in double overtime.
We did figure out a way to win the basketball, and to be honest with you, there aren't many wins that I'll apologize for, but UT-Martin outplayed us. Kevin did a great job. Those kids played as hard as I've seen them play on film, and you know, kudos to them. You know, our kids played like they had 1 foot back home already. But I've said it all along. This is what we're working with as a staff right now. We can be as good as anybody in the country. Obviously, we beat Oregon. We go to Kentucky, win at Kentucky. And then we can come out and just do some really bonehead things. Like, we have fouled, I think, 24. We have given up 24 and ones, which is really amazing. I've never seen a group of players that can figure out a way to foul somebody and let them score as much as we do. You know, we take a lead, we're ready to go, and then we let them just drive right down the floor. Up 2. And we foul. Like, Kylie actually screened Dana. And I'm like, Dana, she's on our team. Like, Kylie, Dana's on our team. Like, we don't want to screen her. But we did, so she goes right in for a layup. And I got to give that kid credit, 31, because she stepped up and she had missed 3 free throws in a row, I believe, and then knocks down 2 of the biggest ones. Yep. And then we execute. We had a chance to win the game, and then we didn't finish it. You know, hey, there's going to be contact at the end. The girl did not swat down, so I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. But we couldn't finish, and then, you know, we did figure out a way to win. So you have to, you know, give the kids a credit for that. I thought Yassine played really well again. You know, I keep telling Yassine, her challenge is she puts so much pressure on herself to make shots because she turns it over so much. She had 3 turnovers in 28 minutes, and I know Dana had 8. Dana played 50 minutes, okay? And on top of it, she's got the ball 60% of the time for us, you know, within our offense. But you see, she just puts so much pressure on herself, and I'm like, you got to stop doing that. Just take care of it for me. But, you know, did a really nice job. Mikasa came up with a couple really, really big steals down there. You know, and overall, I've got to just continue to work. She's got to get in that gym and work on her shot. It's, you know, we've talked to her about some mechanics that she needs to change, and she just, I don't know who's telling her it looks good and it's working, but, like, she got to fix it. You know, and we've given her everything to fix it. Now it's a matter of, are you willing to do it? You know, and hopefully that's something that she can continue to work on and then really attack it this spring and summer, so then next year people have to guard her, because right now nobody guards her.
AJ talked about it a lot during the game. It seemed like, especially the middle part of the game, it seemed like there was some hesitation to shoot, maybe passing up a few open shots.
No, I mean, we definitely passed up a bunch of them, and then we missed a bunch of them too. Sure. And this is a hard game. Like for Liz Dixon, they're playing 5 guards. You know, 20's at post, but she steps out, shoots a 3, really drives it, undersized. So it's a challenge because they don't have a true post player. So every time Liz got matched on somebody, they went right at her and drove it at her. And then Elizabeth Balagoon, who's got the potential to be a phenomenal player for us, she's got to play hard. Like, again, defensively, she's a liability right now, and that's what I'm trying to get them all to understand. You know, I asked them in the locker room, you know, I said, Liz Dixon, you came here because you want to make the play in the NCAA tournament, right? She goes, yeah. I go, we do that every year. That's not why I'm here. I'm trying to win the thing. See, the difference is, you got to have the mindset that every game is important and you're trying to win every single game and not just win enough to make the NCAA tournament. Like, I'm trying to get back to the Final Four and win a national championship. And she was like, no, I understand. And I'm like, well, that's the mentality I need you to switch to. That I don't care who we're playing, our goal is to get better. And actually, I thought we had 4 really good days of practice coming into this, and then tonight, it was not pretty. And I challenge our kids. There's a reason. I mean, I talked to Kevin, the head coach here. He can't get anybody to come in here and play. Vanderbilt won't play. Middle Tennessee won't play. Ole Miss won't play. Just roll them off. And then when I shook hands with him, I'm like, I didn't do you any help to have anybody want to come in here and play you. You know, when you took us to a double overtime, everybody's going to be like, oh, no, I'm not going there to play. So, you know, I think it's good for our kids, and hopefully we can learn from it.
It's a shame. Played very hard tonight, and a lot of fun to watch. You, Kylie, I know this is maybe not something that's immediately on your mind after that game, but she did become the program's all-time block shots leader tonight at 6, had a big one at the end of overtime to send it to double OT, and
she sure did.
That's quite the accomplishment to pass Angel McCautry in anything.
No, anytime you can pass Angel McCautry, you've done something. So I've really got to give a credit to Kylie. You know, she ends up with 15 and 11. She gets a double-double. She had 1 offensive rebound. She played 43 minutes. I said, Jess got 1 offensive rebound in a minute 20. I'm like, Kylie, in 42 more minutes, you couldn't muster 1 more offensive rebound. I mean, you could stand there and at least 2 should fall in your head. But that's one of the issues with Kylie, and I keep challenging her. I'm like, you got to want to come and dominate a game. You can't just want to come and play the big games. That's not what elite players do. So I challenged her on that, and you know, hopefully she'll go home and get a little rest, and then respond, because that's what we're going to need.
Everyone getting a chance to go home and get some rest before finally going back home to the KFC Yum Center for ACC play to open on December 29th.
No, it'd be great to get back. You know, it's been a month or so since we've been back home, so looking forward to getting all of our fans out and get us back. No matter what, I mean, we're 11-1. It wasn't pretty. They're not all going to be pretty, but you got to figure out a way to win, and we did figure out a way to win. It was a struggle. We were on a struggle bus, you know, 3 flat tires, you know, we're out of gas, and we pushed and figured out a way to get the overtime, and then they figured out a way to get it to double overtime. And then, you know, we turned it over on the first possession of double overtime. I think we got down 5.
Well, they turned it over on the first possession too, and you got down, I think it was 4.
Well, got down 4 in double overtime and figured out a way to keep fighting back. And yeah, it's not exactly the way I was hoping to play, but the result, it's what you're trying to get. Sometimes you got to win them ugly, and we'll take this one.
Did tonight. Enjoy the holidays.
You too. Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays out there. Safe travels for those that are traveling, and look forward to seeing everybody back on the 29th, because Syracuse is a really good basketball team. We're going to have our hands full every night. And it's the one thing that I did tell them before we get off. I'll just tell you, in the locker room, I said, guys, here's our issues right now. I know what I'm going to get from Dana every night, effort-wise, and I know she went 5 of 17. It wasn't the best shooting night she's had, but I know what I'm going to get. And right now, she's the only one that I can say every night I know what I'm getting. Where last year, I knew what I was getting from Sam, Asia, and AC. Every single night, I knew what I was getting. The year before that, you throw those 3 in, and Maisha. That's why you get to a Final Four. When you get 4 that you know this is what I'm going to get, you got a chance to get to a Final Four. I'm like, for Kylie, I'm like, Kylie, you got to be consistent for me every night. I've got to get Elizabeth Balagoon to get back into not just shooting threes. Like, she played 16 minutes tonight, but she had 1 rebound. She turned it over 3 times. Like, I've just got to get some more passion out of her, because she's got it in her, because she's extremely talented. So we're just going to have to figure out a way to pull more out of her.
Good luck with it.
Yeah, amen to that.
Merry Christmas.
All right, buddy.